It was a quiet Friday evening in a small town just outside of Austin, Texas. My name is Tyler, I'm 20 years old, and I live with my stepmother, Laura. My dad passed away 2 years ago in a car accident, and since then, it's just been the two of us in the house. Laura is 42, graceful, quiet, and always distant, until that night. That evening, the house was strangely silent. The rain outside tapped against the windows like a soft warning. As I was getting ready to go to bed, I heard her voice from down the hall, gentle yet commanding. "Tyler, can you sleep in my room tonight? I don't feel safe alone." I froze. It wasn't something she'd ever asked before. We'd never been close like that. But the storm was loud, and the house did feel unusually eerie. I nodded, and she smiled softly, her expression unreadable. That moment was the start of something I couldn't have imagined. I entered her room quietly. Laura was already in bed, sitting upright with a book in her hands. The air felt heavy, not with fear, but with questions. I laid on the small couch by the window, but she spoke again. "Tyler, you don't have to sleep there. The bed's big enough." That made my heart race, not out of desire, but confusion. I didn't move. Then she added, "I need to talk to you about something important, but only if you can keep a secret." I sat up slowly. Her eyes were serious now, distant, almost fearful. "Ever since your father died, things haven't been what they seem. This house, there's something wrong here. And I think someone has been watching us." I was stunned. I always felt something off at night. Lights flickered. Doors creaked when no one touched them. She handed me a small, worn notebook from the drawer. "Your father kept this hidden. Read it." Inside the notebook were notes, drawings, and strange entries about a man who visited at midnight, about voices from the basement, and about Laura herself. The last page was the most terrifying. It read, "If I die suddenly, it won't be an accident. And Laura knows who did it." I looked up at her. She had tears in her eyes. "I've been trying to protect you, Tyler. Your father was researching something he wasn't supposed to, and they're still coming for us. That's why I needed you close tonight." Suddenly, we heard a faint knock at the front door, 3 slow knocks. We both froze. "Don't answer it," she whispered. "It's him." The lights flickered again. The storm raged louder. That night, sleeping in her room wasn't about comfort. It was about survival. The sound of the knock echoed through the house like a slow drumbeat from a nightmare. 3 knocks. Slow. Heavy. Intentional. I looked at Laura. Her face had gone pale, lips pressed tight, her hands trembling slightly as she clutched the edge of the bed. "Don't go near the door," she said again, her voice barely more than a whisper. "But who is it?" I asked, my heart pounding in my chest. "Is it the same man Dad wrote about?" She nodded slowly. "I believe it is. He came once, right after your father died." I didn't answer. "But now he knows you're here." My mouth went dry. The notebook lay open in my lap, its final pages filled with paranoid ramblings and frantic sketches, symbols, strange symbols, and one name repeated over and over. Raymond Black. I didn't know that name, but something about it made the hairs on my neck stand up. Another knock. Then silence. I got up slowly and crept toward the hallway, trying to stay quiet. The living room was pitch black. The storm outside roared even louder now, almost as if the rain was warning us. Then suddenly my phone buzzed. It was a text from an unknown number. "You shouldn't have read it. Open the door." I froze. I hadn't told anyone about the notebook. Laura hadn't either. Then how did he know? I rushed back to her room and showed her the message. She gasped, clapped a hand over her mouth, and whispered, "He's watching us from inside." "What?" She pulled me close, eyes filled with fear. "There's a hidden crawl space behind the walls. Your dad found it once and sealed it shut. But I think he got in again tonight." The floor creaked, right outside the bedroom. We held our breath. I picked up a small lamp and motioned for Laura to stay behind me. I opened the bedroom door slowly, every second stretching like eternity. The hallway was empty, but there were wet footprints, bare footprints, leading away from the front door and into the basement stairs. Laura was right. He didn't come from outside, he was already in the house. We quietly stepped into the hallway. I turned to the basement door and reached for the handle. Laura pulled my arm. Don't go down. That's what he wants. But what if we don't make it till morning? I whispered. She handed me something wrapped in cloth. Your father left this for you. I unwrapped it.
A key.
To what? Laura's eyes welled with tears. To the secret safe under the house. It has the real story. Everything your dad found out about the man named Raymond Black. The experiments. The deaths. Why he faked his identity. I looked down the dark stairwell. The air shifted. A whisper. From the shadows below, we heard it. I told you not to read it. Without thinking, I slammed the door shut and locked it. Laura was trembling. I turned to her, panic in my voice. Why didn't you ever tell me? She looked straight at me and whispered, because Raymond Black was your real father. The world spun. Everything I thought I knew shattered. And just then, the lights went out. Darkness swallowed us whole. But I now understood why she called me into her room that night. Not to protect her. To protect me.